Hello everyone, welcome back to your daily, I'm going to do political and personal today. I have a little extra time, so I have two different decks here, and the first one will be for the political, and then I'll show you the astrology as well. But for the tarot, what can we be expecting? What do we need to know when it comes to political happenings for Thursday, April 17th. Right there. Woo! I didn't allow for reversals, but upright or reverse. This could be a whistleblower. This could be information coming out. This could be, if it were reversed, it could be some idiot with awful hair who might have a propensity to fall down because he is getting dizzy nowadays. I have empathed that so many times that I can count on it. So, and then the Six of Cups, something from the past could be coming out from a whistleblower. It could be the crazy person's childhood issues. This way it's not clear thinking at all. And Alzheimer's. When the Six of Cups is reversed, that's my Alzheimer's card. But, like I said, I didn't allow for reversals, but that's how I'm reading it. And restrictions. If I were to keep going, disappointment. Woo! Regrets, disappointment. So, I would say no matter what, it's easy to see that there's information coming out. Swords are about information. These could be stupid executive orders from the past that he's rescinded and taken back, because he does that all the time. It's basically just a big old waste of time. It's just like when, when his dad had Alzheimer's for, I think, about 15 years before he finally croaked. They used to put him in they used to just, he'd go to the office and go to work. And they'd put him give him his chair. He'd sit at his desk, give him a stack of contracts, fake correspondence that needed your signature. So, Trump, he's pretty much doing that with all his executive orders. Anywho, Eight of Swords is restriction. It is sometimes rejection from the big house in the back because somebody was bad. It's our card for isolation. Usually self-imposed restrictions, because we don't know if her hands are actually tied or her hands are or feet are bound. And it looks to me like she could shake it off and walk away from it. But this is a whole lot of swords, and then with the cups, like that's incompatible energy. And with the Six of Cups, the best thing I could say about that is that some people are together. I think if we were to read this on the political level for us, the news is coming out. We feel restricted with what we can do and how far we can move forward, and we're sick and tired of giving gifts via taxes for an idiot to go golfing. He's already wasted, I think, what is it? I don't know, 30, was it 30, close to 40,000, I think, last count. Because every time he goes to Mar-a-Lago, he takes Secret Service with him, and they pay for, well, no matter what, they're paying for stuff. I mean, we're paying for Secret Service no matter what. But he tends to charge more than the normal rate at Mar-a-Lago, which is a country club, which is already ridiculously high rates. So they've been known in the past, like in the last time he was in, he charged like 300% more than he would choose, or they would charge another guest. to all these Secret Service agents that are watching over him. And he has this, they have their caravan that goes, there's the presidential caravan. So people are tired of giving. People are tired of giving to a demented demagogue with at least early stage Alzheimer's. And we have all these memories of what he's done in the past. So, yeah, okay. For the personal, I'm using the Light Seers Tarot. And let's see, what do you guys need to know? What would be the most helpful for this day? Come on. These cards are so thick. Right there. Okay, might want to sleep in this morning. Sorry, it's busy this way. I might want to sleep in, and then there's some better movement forward. Maybe in dream time, you get some guidance that has to do with some baggage that sometimes it's baggage, other times it's like, you gotta have a bag, some kind of a bag or suitcase with you when you travel. And then with the Five of Cups, well, with this one, it's about trying to move on without too much disappointment and focus on the past. And I wonder if something comes up in dream time for a lot of you. Getting rest, getting meditation will help you move forward and make sense out of, the direction that you need to go to stay safe. It'll help you to move on. Again, I didn't allow for reversals. If the Five of Cups comes through reverse, that's definitely moving on. And this is a moving on card, or Six of Swords for sure. But yeah, I think nowadays there's so much going on, we definitely need more rest. So self-care is of importance today. Six of Swords as the theme is a transition. For some people, it's the need for change. For some people, it's a rite of passage. For some people, maybe it literally is going on a boat ride or going on a cruise, something like that. And then, of course, our Five of Cups is sometimes disappointment and sometimes grieving. Yeah. Oh my goodness. You guys are just going to have to drop it in the comments and let me know how you're doing. Those are not easy cards. Okay, so here's the astrology for today. The moon's still in Sag, and we have early this morning, 5 a.m. Pacific, we have sesosquare to Mars. So this is disruptions to plans. Politically, these are detours based on people speaking out, based on the public mood, not liking the politics going on right now, and especially with the moon squaring Ceres over here. This is a lot of people speaking up and fighting for the feminine, fighting to include, be more inclusive, be more compassionate, be more sensitive. And every hour that the moon goes by, it's tightening up into first the square to Ceres, and then to Venus and Saturn, and then the North Node. Yeah. So there's that. So today is full of tension. There's a tension field on the political level, governmental level, financial levels, personal levels, because we're all worried about, nobody wants to be headed towards a recession, and nobody trusts who's in government now. Even a lot of Republicans are waking up to like, what the hell? And like I said yesterday, the GOP is going to bear the brunt of responsibility as time goes by. They are literally destroying their own party. You can also see the opposition from the moon to Jupiter, so there's a lot of talking. Gemini and Sag are not quiet signs. You want a quiet sign, you go to Cancer or Capricorn. You go to Virgo or Pisces. You don't go with Gemini and Sag. You don't go with Leo and Aquarius either. Well, maybe sometimes Aquarius will just, do the withdrawal thing. But yeah, this is intense. So we've got opposition, contradictions, confrontations from the public, and it's expanding out. The words are expanding outward and affecting more and more people as time goes by. And Mars is soon to move into Leo. So it went into Leo Pacific time last night, about 9/11. No, wait. Hold on. It's still not. So my ephemeris over here must be wrong then. Oh, no. I'm sorry. I'm reading it wrong. Silly girl. So by 9/11 tonight, Mars moves into Leo. So you want to make sure you get to sleep early if you can, because you might get a second wind and then be up all night. Or some news may break. So when Mars makes its way back to Leo, we already have the opposition here, right, to Pluto. So the energy and motivation of the people have wanted security, and now when it moves into late tonight, when it moves into Leo, it moves into closer opposition into the sign of Leo, there's more courage coming out. And at the same time, the moon is going to be in fiery Sag, so we're going to have fire. We've got this activation of fire. The moon started it. The sun started it, and we have all this, these 4 planets plus the Centaur Chiron, the moon trining Chiron. People are feeling beat up and bruised, and they don't like it anymore, and we haven't liked it for a long time. And boy, just all we need is that into Leo late tonight, and it'll be early in the morning, it'll be like 9:21 p.m. Pacific time, 1:21 a.m. Eastern time. And or 12:21, I'm sorry. But anyway, probably be a good idea to get to sleep early. Would be a good idea to not get into any arguments. We definitely still have to be watching our words, because now Mercury's on the other side of Neptune, but it's still too tight. It's only within minutes to make any difference. And I don't know how things went for you guys yesterday, but, Mercury's still in the retrograde. Venus is still in the retrograde. And so Mercury until April 26th, Venus until May 16th. And what you have there, because Venus rules relationships and money, and making comparison values, and then of course with all the Aries energy over here, we're moving forward, and we're pissed off because we've been in this stagnant place for so long, stuck in this governmental incapacity to even manage itself. And, there are a lot of Democrats that are just fighting. I mean, look what happened. Bernie and AOC, man, they kicked butt. And I hope that the people that got stuck in downtown LA, with the crowds, I hope they started to think twice about what they had started if they voted with Trump or voted for Trump. I hope they had some second thoughts about that. So protests everywhere slow traffic down, and some people are going to have to sit and think about it. Now, we want to be careful with all this fire energy as well. And then this sesquisquare here between Jupiter and Pluto, again, power, the people who have the power, this would be the oligarchs, this would be the tech giants, and with the sesquisquare to Jupiter, what that means really is just disruption to plans. Detours need to be made because plans can't go through. So more and more about the opposition coming from the people, expanding the messages and words outward and back to people in positions of power. And it's not going to go well for them. Not at all. So there's that. What else? The other aspects are the same as yesterday, and I spent a lot of time on those. Is there anything more happening later tonight? Let's see. The Mercury conjunction exact actually happened at 12 in the morning, 12:11 a.m. So, and that's going to continue for a while. So again, clear thinking is challenging when you've got Mercury. Now, for arts and music, it's excellent for channeling beauty and channeling unity consciousness, things that help us feel like we can transcend out of this, state that we're in. But it can also be, when it comes to people talking, it can be deception, it can be foggy, distorted, confusing information, or people outright lying to get what they want. So, be careful. Go slow when it comes to making decisions, because Mercury can definitely relate to decisions. And then the double sextile to Pluto, you're going to want to make your decisions according to what will empower you the most. As long as it's in alignment with spiritual law, it doesn't hurt other people, you're going to be doing just fine. But man, look at all these, this is so much energy here between Cancer and Pisces, like all day long. But then, like I said, later tonight, 9:21 p.m., Mars moves into Leo. So, okay, I think that's it for today. I'll go ahead and just get this uploaded and be back for tomorrow's. All right, you guys, have a wonderful day. Bye.